This is a list of things that I think about or sometimes want to say, but don't always have the opportunity to say. It also comes from conversations with my brother priests. I'm Father Rob Mulderink, and this is Ascension Presents. We really do forget what you tell us in confession. That is not a lie, not an exaggeration. We really don't remember. Christmas gifts are really nice, but really all I want for Christmas from all of you, from any of you, is that you go to confession and go to Mass every Sunday. That's all. On Sunday afternoons, once all the Masses are done, sometimes we really do just take a minute, or many minutes, to stare at the wall. If you're getting married, please, before you book your venue for the reception, go and talk to your priest about marriage prep and the wedding date. Because when you come to us and you say, we've got the venue booked, so we want to get married on this day, and we look at the calendar, and we say, we already have a wedding that day, that's impossible. You're sad and frustrated, and we're sad and frustrated, and all of this could have been avoided. Please just come talk to us about a wedding day before you book the reception venue. Thank you. It's very kind when you see a cross in a random gift shop on vacation and it makes you think of us, and so you buy it and you give it to us. Very kind, very thoughtful, very much appreciated, but we already have enough crosses, so you can just tell us that reminded you of us, and you don't have to buy it. Sometimes, when you express pity or compassion for priests because we have to be celibate, you look very foolish. This is not a burdensome thing. This is a gift from God, a source of love and joy for us. So when you say, I feel so bad for you that you have to be celibate and can't get married, or I think priests should be able to get married, do you want me to say to you, I'm so sorry that you're married. I feel so bad for all you married people. Like it's kind of rude. Or if I said, I'm so sorry that you can only be married to one person. Like, you weren't pushed into this. You did this because you wanted to, because you love this. So if you want to hurt a priest really badly, then this is the moment. When he gives you advice or direction that's serious because he cares about the salvation of your soul, it isn't that you say, no, I won't do that. It's when you laugh it off with kind of like that, polite, keeping it light, fake laugh. When you laugh it off and then you change the topic and you just let it go, that cuts us the deepest. So it's kind of like if you're talking with someone and they share how they never go to Mass, they haven't been to Mass in forever, and you say something to them about how important it is, how serious an obligation it is to go to Mass on Sunday, and then it's not that they fight you on it, we'd be happy with that, but it's when they say, oh, ha ha ha, you're so old-fashioned, or like, that'll never happen, or whatever, they just move past it and they just kind of shrug it off. That cuts the deepest. I want you to know that we priests are compassionate, but we will not be emotionally manipulated. If you've ever been concerned about what the priest thinks of you in confession, then actually just skip all the rationalizations when you confess your sins. Skip all the excuses, just skip all of that and just say what you did and that you're sorry. We think very highly of people that just own their sins and have no excuses to offer. If there's a problem going on in the parish or in the ministry or whatever, then we want you to come to talk to us rather than just talking to people around us. When you come to talk to us, then don't use words like some people are saying or some people think. Instead, say, I think or I want. Okay, speak for yourself, but do come talk to us. We want to hear and we want to know. In most places, in most parishes, modesty and wearing clothes that are appropriate for church rather than the beach or something, in most places, this is a problem. However, our hands are pretty tied. Like, if I am speaking with someone who is wearing clothing that is not appropriate for church, then never ever will I say something about this person's clothing. So don't take my not saying anything, don't take my silence as like implied approval. I just can't say anything. We want your salvation more than anything. So we want your salvation more than we want you to like us. We might do things for your good that make you dislike us. The bottom line for us always is what is good for this person, what's going to bring them closer to God and toward salvation. We want that more than anything else. Even when we pretend like we don't, we do need encouragement and really appreciate it when you go out of your way to say something kind to us or write a note or just express some sort of appreciation. Encouragement, it really is necessary for us. If you want to do this in a way that really will be a big gift to your priest, then make it specific, like not just good homily or you're doing great work around here, but say like this thing that you said or this thing that you did, like point to something specific. Make it testimonial in some way. Like we don't want to just hear that was an interesting idea. We want to hear how did that impact you? So like that thing that you said made me think about this or reminded me of this moment in my life or helped me move past this or understand this more. We want to hear like what's the testimony from you. So specific, testimonial, and most importantly, focused on what God is doing for you, maybe through something that we did or said. Because that is what we die for. That is like the best news that you can give to a priest. What we want to know about, and that we never really know unless someone tells us, what we want to know about is what is God doing in your life through what I say, what I do, through the ministry, through the parish. That's we're so interested in that. And again, unless you tell us, we never get to hear about it. Your disposition at Mass affects me at Mass, and it affects everybody else. So the difference between a congregation that's like there, but kind of drowsy and kind of in spectator mode versus Mass where people are engaged, are eager to pray, are focused on what the Lord is going to say and do, like that changes the priest experience of Mass a ton, and it impacts the whole experience of Mass for everybody around you also. So Mass is not like a production that's put on by the pastor and some of the staff and musicians for you to be at. Mass is an action of the whole congregation, priest and everybody else. And when you give yourself to it, when you pour yourself out in the sacrifice of love for God, then it affects me and affects everybody else. Your approach to Mass can suck the life out of me, or it can really fill me up. But it is actually up to you. So these are some things that this Catholic priest would like you to know. Hopefully they're helpful to you. It's felt really nice to just say them, because you can't always say this stuff. The bottom line is, we love you, we're human, and it's rose, not pink. If there was anything on here that you would want to hear more about, then go ahead and leave a comment and maybe we can do a longer video on it.